we understand our love, it will grow stronger and stronger. Yeah.
When Sherie and I were first creating it, we truly had no idea what we were creating, and certainly there was no thought that it would be a Broadway show. We didn't know, is it a concert? Is it kind of a performance piece thing that you do here and there? But the first time I saw it, I thought, oh, it's actually a small musical.
Once we got to second stage, we knew that we wanted to make it what we'd always dreamed it would be, a theater piece with music, a play with music.
Yeah, take a load off Fanny. Take a load for free. Take a load off Fanny. Hey, put the weight, put it all on me. Take a load off Fanny. Take a load for free. Looking for a place. Take a load off Fanny. Can you hear me?
This show is such a small part of Sherie. Sherie's life is crazy. She has had some crazy things happen to her.
It really could be 2 acts, but,
yeah,
you know, it's
they continue to happen to her all the time, and we get really great text messages saying, you will not believe what happened, and we're like, no, we actually do.
It's autobiographical, but it's not an autobiography. There's nothing more nightmarish I can imagine than like doing a show 8 times a week that recounts your actual life. I mean, unless the sexual escapades, I could like the, you know, if it was called like Hot Sex and like great moments with my son and husband, I could do that show 8 times a week, but that's not what
I like to think that people make their own luck. But that doesn't stop them from searching and searching and searching for 4-leaf clovers. My son looks. Here's a clover, Mommy. And I lean in to tell him that yes, it's just like that, only instead of 3 leaves, it has... I hold his hand still and tell him not to move so I can look really close between his little thumb and his little finger. 1, 2, 3. 4 leaves. A 4-leaf clover. I've never even seen a real one before. And here's my son. First clover ever picked.
we were fortunate enough to have events that we could try material out in, and we kind of shaped it for each event and took pieces that we learned about and saved them and threw other pieces away.
It's about somebody who, on one hand, wants to win and be number one and be out in front, and on the other hand feels like she's supposed to be taking care of the world and her brother's keeper and can't quite figure out how those two things can coexist.
It's always ever-changing, and it's going to be different at the American Airlines Theater, well, hoping to still keep the purity of our intentions.
Yeah, go up the ladder to the roof, but we can't see.